What's up, everybody? It's Jared here. I'm excited because today I'm talking about the Tyreek Hill trade and the implications it's going to have on the Dolphins and the NFL. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share it with a friend. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time, though. Let's just get right into it. There has been a power shift in the AFC. Just in the last month, multiple extremely talented players have found their way over to the AFC, leaving the NFC to do so. A couple of those players are Russell Wilson, who joins the Denver Broncos in the AFC West, Khalil Mack, who joins the Chargers in the AFC West, and Davante Adams, who also joins the Chargers in the AFC West. Deshaun Watson got moved from the AFC South to the AFC North along with Amari Cooper, and they got traded to the Browns. And there's a whole lot going on with Deshaun Watson right now, with another grand jury case coming up, probably today, to be honest with you. Results will come out on that, so I don't really want to dive into Deshaun Watson yet at all, because that's an interesting story that's still developing. But he wasn't the only quarterback moved. Matt Ryan has been moved as well, and he joins the Colts in the AFC South. Now, these are just the moves that were trades. These were just the major trades that had major implications in the NFL. These weren't even free agents that were signed. This month has been madness. It's been exciting. It's been by far the most exciting offseason I've ever seen in my life, and maybe one of the best in NFL history. But of all the divisions that have made moves and that have been aggressive, there's not been any quite as aggressive as the AFC West, because every team is going hard, they're going after it, they're getting aggressive, because they all had one goal in mind this offseason. That goal is to load up and take out the Chiefs. The Chargers, maybe it'll pay off for them because they got J.C. Jackson playing across from Asante Samuel Jr. They have Khalil Mack playing across from Joey Bosa. They have Melvin Ingram at middle linebacker. They have Derwin James at safety. A stacked defense. Maybe the best in the AFC. Now the Raiders, they made a massive move, trading for Davante Adams. A first and a second round draft pick is all they had to give up to the Green Bay Packers to get him. But they also made him the highest paid player that's a non-quarterback in NFL history. A massive bag for Davante Adams, well deserved, because he is the top route running receiver in the league, who now plays across Hunter Renfrow, another fantastic route runner. The separation is going to be caused by just those two in that offense, along with Darren Waller at tight end. It's going to be so exciting to watch. Now the Broncos, they finally accomplished their biggest goal that they've set out since the late 90s to do, and that's replace John Elway. Yeah, they technically had Peyton for a couple years, but everybody knew it was a stopgap thing. And since Elway, they haven't had a quarterback. Then they had Peyton for a couple years, and then they had nobody again after that. They might have found their guy for the next 8 to 10 years in Russell Wilson. And they already have a stacked defense and offense. Every team in the AFC West, in my opinion, through free agency, just free agency alone, has gotten better. All but one. That team would be the Chiefs. They just haven't improved. They've lost a couple key name players. Tyrann Mathieu. But the biggest loss that they've suffered happened 2 days ago. On Wednesday morning, the world was set on fire when Tyreek Hill, rumors started rumbling that he was looking to be traded. It broke the internet. And it didn't take long that day to build. The Jets and the Dolphins were viewed as the top two teams because they were being very aggressive. It had gone on for a week or so, supposedly according to Tyreek Hill's agent, Drew Rosenhaus. But it didn't really break the media until Wednesday morning. And then Wednesday afternoon, not too long after the news was announced, Tyreek Hill was moved to the Dolphins for 5 draft picks. A hefty haul and a hefty price to pay. But you're adding Tyreek Hill. They had to give up 5 picks to get him, though. And those picks are the following: a 2022 first, second, and fourth round selection, along with 2 2023 picks. That would be a 4th and a 6th rounder. It seems like a large price to pay, but I'm such a fan of the move, specifically for the Dolphins. For the first time in a long time, it feels like the Dolphins and the Dolphins fans have a really exciting future. Now, over the last couple of days, I've seen a lot of slander, specifically slander aimed at Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. A lot of people on Twitter and Instagram getting real comfortable saying that he can't throw the ball deep. And to be honest, none of those people that I saw saying it were anybody that has actually played in the NFL. So, we'll just leave it at that. I haven't played in the NFL either, but I'm not going to sit here and say Tua can't throw a deep ball because he can. He's shown it in the past. But that's not what this is about. This is about how Tyreek Hill will be used. And it's going to be a lot different than he was used in Kansas City. Mike McDaniel is the run game coordinator last season for the San Francisco 49ers. They used Deebo Samuel like a running back, but also played him at wide receiver. He was calling himself a wide back for the majority of the second half of the season, which is an interesting position because wide receivers make a lot of money, but running backs really don't. I wonder if he's going to change his thoughts on calling himself a wide back. But Mike McDaniel was his run game coordinator at the time. Mike McDaniel is a run-first offensive system. That's just how his system's set up. It's very similar to Shanahan's, very similar to McVay's. They all have a very similar system, but they're all going to do it a little differently. Mike McDaniel is going to do his way. And he's definitely going to be a run-first guy because he's loaded up on the offensive side, getting Teron Armstead, Connor Williams, and then he brought in his guy, Raheem Mostert, who is extremely fast, along with Tyreek Hill. And when you just think about that offense is going to be one of the maybe fastest in the league because they have Cedric Wilson, who is a burner that played for Dallas last season, and every time I watched him, it seemed like he was making some sort of big play. Then you have Jalen Waddle, who last season set the NFL record for receptions by a rookie in a season. And then you bring in Tyreek Hill, along with Raheem Mostert, who are two of the top 5 fastest players in the league, not being 3, 4, or 5. And you have an exciting offense to watch, especially in the run game. Because Tyreek Hill is going to probably be used more like a Deebo Samuel per se, and get the ball on handoffs. Yeah, he's not going to line up straight up at running back. He's going to get the ball on jet sweeps. He's going to get it on reverses. As long as you can put the ball in his hands, he's going to do something. His speed is so phenomenal and he's so fast that in the playoffs this past season, the Buffalo Bills were so scared that he was going to beat them deep. They let the middle of the field wide open in the second round of the playoffs with 13 seconds left. And all that the Chiefs had to do was pretty much throw a layup to Travis Kelce across the middle of the field so he could get like 30 yards so they could pick up a field goal. That's all that they had to do because that Bills defense was so scared of getting beat over the top by Tyreek Hill because he's just that fast. He's going to be used in a phenomenal way in Miami. And to be honest, I am just so excited to see how good the Dolphins are next year. Because the way they've set themselves up now, as long as Tua shows to everybody and comes out and is a guy, they're a team that could compete for an AFC championship next season. That was just my thoughts on the Tyreek Hill trade, though. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, here's another video you might like. If you could, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video and you watched the whole way through, thank you so much. Share it with a friend. I'd greatly appreciate it. Have a good day, though. Peace.